I didn't even see that it just momentarily stopped. Yeah, I just happened to look and saw it. I guess it dropped like a couple minutes ago. And it even got the spikes. Yeah, that's where the beach volleyball camps were. I'm walking a little this way in the interest of time. Oh, what's going on, Kitty? Once you say that they're all wild, hey, squirrels by their very nature are wild animals, aren't they? All right, well, in a minute we're gonna cut back in because we'll be going past the classic Muscle Beach, the Muscle Beach of the heyday of bodybuilding and Arnold Schwarzenegger and Franco Columbu and Lou Ferrigno. You have 8 red squirrels and they're all called Billy. Bro, that's crazy. Like, was the other player a teammate or just like a dude from another? Well, first, was this club level default or was this national level? And was the other player a teammate or a dude on another team? Cause bro, if that was a teammate, honestly, that's the reason to fight right there. Oh yeah, nah. Nah, I'd be like, you gotta trade me, cause even though like she's the one that broke the relationship, he obviously would still know being a teammate. So like, yeah, bro, that's on site. Like, and I don't mean just like one time. I mean like every practice, every team meeting. Like, we're gonna have to run them hands until one of us gets traded. So yeah, I couldn't do that. It's crazy that people do that even. Cause I'm like, what do you think is gonna happen from that? Like nothing good is gonna happen from that. Besides you getting laid, which, to be honest, if you're a professional athlete and you have a problem getting laid to the point to where like you're either engaging in pursuit of a teammate's wife or you're entertaining her pursuit of you, like, you're honestly kind of lame, bro. Not if it's a wife, kitty. A girlfriend, yeah, you can punch it out like maybe a couple of times, and then that's kind of, all right, we're not cool, but it is what it is at this point. But a wife, bro, a wife, that's way too much. You're doing too much. So, I mean, even that doesn't take away from the point, Danny. If anything, because you're even younger, it's like you should get laid even easier because nobody's in relationships. Of course you would say that default. Nice, they are. See, I like how many people there are out here. It's like already playing sand volleyball. I really like seeing people out and active because it always gives a place life. You can very clearly see the Ferris wheel at this point. It's, oh yeah, I forget, you're Canadian. It's like 17 Celsius maybe, 15 to 17 Celsius. Made it a little cooler by the fact that the ocean is right there, so we're getting the breeze right off that. You're in 2 sweaters, and I don't even know what a toque is. Oh yeah, no, it feels great. My hands are finally warm. They were like a little cold earlier. And all I got on right now is a t-shirt. I do have an undershirt on just because that's what I slept in, but not in sweats. Some light joggers. Man, I like how the Santa Monica Pier still looks really far away. It looks like in this video. It's like a half mile away, if that. It's like another 8-9 minute walk. No, you actually missed some rollerbladers earlier. They were on the bike path early on. And I'll say I've seen a fair amount of skaters, but most of the skaters I've seen, actually I saw a couple in this park yesterday, and there were a couple dudes doing tricks on the basketball court earlier. But most of like the skaters I've seen, they're actually on the main streets, like using that more as a form of transportation than just like up here. Although I did, when I went for my run yesterday, I was kind of amused. There was a girl that was on a skateboard in front of me for basically a mile. And like she was going just fast enough. Basically, I was kind of using her like a bit of a rabbit. But she was going just fast enough that I had to put in like a little effort to keep her like excuse me. Keep her at a decent distance. I'll say I wasn't really more than like 15 feet behind her at any given point. Oh yeah, Santa Monica Pier is like 0.3, 0.4 miles, and Muscle Beach is right next to it. No, I was just running. And I did, let's see, I got in the 15th. The morning of the 16th, I did a walk from my friend's place out here, which is like 1.7 miles. Then I started where I showed on Venice Boulevard, and I ran up to here, which was 2.57 miles. I walked back about 0.9 and ran the rest of that way down. So I ran just under 4.25 miles and walked about 3 3/4. It was about a little over 8 miles total that I looped. And then I was just sitting at her house working because I was actually using remote day rather than actual vacation day.
So yeah, just grab a pup cup and then.
The next day was the Dodgers game. Then I chilled a bit. Then went to a place nearby to eat. I actually went to a couple of places Darth recommended to go eat. One of them was yesterday, and that was when I did the 103rd mile run up and walked over to this place called Window and then looped back down. So that was probably a 5-mile loop, but only 103rd was ran. And then this is going to be another 7-mile loop, but just walking. I don't know, maybe since it is pretty decent running weather out, maybe I'll jog back down a bit. Just in the interest of saving myself some time. I mean, there's, here, no, you're not really touching grass, you're touching sand. And it is, and I don't know if it's just because the way they kind of took it over with the city and it's so arid, but it is pretty arid considering you have an ocean right there. But there's even a couple wildfires going on right now, and there's a big ass fire like in East LA after the Dodgers game. Here, this is the original Muscle Beach. And they kind of made it like a calisthenics park now. I guess they moved everything over. No, I don't have time to do a Ferris wheel. Because I have to check out in 2.5 hours. And unless I jog it back a bit, it'll take me a little over an hour to walk back. It's a good thing is I already did some of my packing last night and this morning, so it's not like I have to do a crazy amount of packing. And I typically don't spread my crap all over when I'm only going to be in a place for a few days. Oh yeah. That's the other thing. Like, I didn't come here from this direction my first time seeing Santa Monica Pier. I actually came from up there. Like, there's a little land bridge up there that I came down. You probably can't see the people that are walking down it. Well, Kitty, that was the whole idea behind doing this, is that I know this in general, a lot of people haven't been to the U.S. And then even people that have been to the U.S., you're on a time crunch to see a really big country. So I figure why not go through, kind of show what it looks like. Who said anything about Galveston? This is Santa Monica. What's going on, Mug? Man, that's that bridge right there, the colorful thing at the top. That's the bridge that I walked down the first time I came here. Honestly, I could have came here to catch some of the games, but I've been like so out. I haven't ever really like sat at the anywhere to watch any games unless I've been eating or at the game myself. It probably looks clean because it's so early that nobody's really here. Because people have a tendency to be messy. Hell, the roller coaster's going, ain't nobody even on it. It's a test run before they open. Oh, so they did have a whole like setup over here. It actually looks kind of dope. This opens at 11. Oh, yeah, I think I should. So, even if I wanted to go on the Ferris wheel, still couldn't, because it's not open yet. There's the Zoltar thing. And yeah, here is Santa Monica Pier, which you've seen in plenty of TV shows and movies. Bro, that water look hella cold.
I hear babies cry. I watch them grow. They learn much more than I'll ever know. And I think to myself,
There you go. It's the Joker.
So Malibu would be more over that way. Actually more that way, kind of obscured by the clouds. And then there's Venice. Oh, I forgot. I forgot this technically is the end of Route 66. And it's a long way to land if you go that way.
Texas, New Mexico, Arizona.
It's pretty good. I've ended up on it a few times, and I'm like, it's a lot less exciting than I thought.
That's what we thought it was.
Were you on the Cincinnati flight yesterday?
We sure were not. We weren't. No. We were on
Hey, you're being scary.
That might have just been the waves crashing that I was hearing. It sounded like thunder. I do enjoy a little Hotel California. I would like to explore. Oh yeah, there's the Route 66 sign. Huh. I would like to explore LA County more, or really everywhere more, but unfortunately, I ain't got money like that. I think Marina Del Rey has a little less nightlife, as it were. But I do recall, like, the buildings up there on the left were hella lit up when it came through here at night.
Bah oui, c'est comme ça. Ain't even gonna lie, that all looks good. That's hella expensive too. And I'm pretty sure you can probably find better than on the pier, which screams tourist trap. Then again, I was looking for seafood while I was here, because obviously ocean, and there wasn't really anything cheap.
Oh, that was a hell of an incline. I guess, Jake, my phone is only like right at my sternum. So it's not like it's overhead or anything like that. And there's your Santa Monica Pier sign. Oh. I would love to do more walking throughout, but I gotta check out in 2 hours time, and I still have to walk about 3.5 miles back. So I can either stop here or I'm at 34%. I could keep going as I go back to where I'm staying. And so obviously I gotta walk that way anyways. Not bad. I've only been in like LA proper a couple of times, both for ball games. I'm more in the Venice area. I actually just walked up Venice Beach to Santa Monica Pier, and now I'm walking back. Both. My match was New Zealand, Iran, 4 days ago. And since then, it's just been a working vacation. Wake up, log on at 5, since my end time is 7 in Dallas. And then generally skip like lunch and work until early afternoon so I can still get out and do stuff. So not terrible as far as work and vacations go. Yeah, see, this is a lot more like glamorous than Venice is. Venice is a little more like, well, I hesitate to call Venice cheap at all, because ain't shit really cheap out here. But Venice is cheaper. It's like the working class neighborhood version of Santa Monica. Yeah, my last game is Netherlands, Sweden tomorrow. I was thinking about picking up a couple more games, but honestly, like, they increased the prices so much. As much as I've enjoyed the games, I already felt like it was a lot paying $1,500 for 4 tickets across 3 games. Ain't no way I'm gonna be paying $1,400 minimum for a single game. And the only other game I was considering 2 other games. I was considering a game in the Bay with my pop because he's gonna be there, so I'm meeting him there in like 2 weeks or a week and a half. And then the game in Vancouver before I swing over to see Holly and Matt. After, like, me had talked about it a bit and the game was at like $800 5 days ago, maybe 6. Like literally after the first couple of days of games, in one day that ticket went from $800 to $900 to $1,600. And now it's at $2,000. And the one I was thinking about going to in Vancouver, it's still under $1,000, but it was like $432, then went up to $7, then went up to like $880, and now it's back around like $800. And I'm just like, bro, like, and that's a whole other trip I couldn't take instead of going to a game. Like, y'all asking way too much. And I still don't think you're not gonna have a whole lot of empty seats coming around the 32 onwards. Because you're also asking people like, okay, to some degree, if your team won 2 games, you can figure out, like, okay, where are we playing, so on and so forth. But that's also why they, after each game, the odds makers have been increasing the prices on games. I'm saying, oh, and this team has these odds to go, et cetera, et cetera. And now everybody's trying to jump on the money bandwagon. Ooh, a stabbing pain in my foot. So let's see. Hopefully it still works. It does. One. So basically I can walk down Main Street to So here's an interesting snag, is I'm at 30%, which may or may not last the last 3 miles. I started at like 90, so doubtful. I do have my power bank with me, but that would also necessitate pulling off the Rode mic, since the receiver goes in the USB slot. So let's see what kind of time I can make up. Generally speaking, if I'm actually walking to get somewhere, it should only take me about 53 minutes, give or take, to walk about 3 miles. Also, I didn't say what up to you all, 7 feet, Ren and Jake, and Conk. Of course, I could always take a city bus. That'd probably save me some time. But I do like walking. And the exercise isn't bad. And it helps mitigate all the crap I eat on vacation. Nice. Oh, that's dope. Speaking of touching grass, there's your community garden. Still not really a whole lot of grass inside of it though. But it does look nice. Oh, what up, Bob? How's it going? I am not bad. I just did a walk up to Santa Monica Pier from Marina Del Rey along Venice Beach. And walked the length of the pier. Everything's closed because it's 9 in the morning. And now I'm walking back because checkout time is in a little under 2 hours. And I should get back in about 1, so enough time to throw the last of my stuff in my bags that I haven't already packed, take a shower, change clothes. I'm not even like super sweaty in this. And definitely not from the heat, anyways. And then I'll have a couple of hours to kill until my flight to Houston for the last game. So that is what's on the agenda today. I figured I guess I could shove the non-beach side of Santa Monica and Venice. So now we're walking through, technically we're in Santa Monica right now. We haven't gotten to the Venice portion yet. So I'm really just seeing how much longer before the battery goes, or I decide to swap it out for my power bank. Which closing a few programs might help. Yeah, I had a lot of programs open. Oh yeah, ain't no way this is gonna last another 2.5 miles. And I'm already down to 22%. Oh look, there's your say when over there. Yeah, I'm definitely ready to eat. I was going to say something, but I don't want to jinx myself. I do, however, my favorite meal in LA, not really sure. Maybe I'm gonna get flack for this. So, and I'll swap this out while I'm doing it. I didn't turn it off, did I? So, Rachel took me to Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles, which is a pretty famous place to go to after the game, but I didn't get the chicken and waffles. I got chicken and fries. And I mentioned it to the girl I met in Rotterdam that lives in LA, and she was like, "Who the hell told you to go to Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles and not get waffles?" We're just gonna have to play that. I'm curious how well you can hear me now, because I left that back in the person. Okay. Oh no, I put it in here. What am I doing? Alright. This will work. Kind of. Oh, that took way longer than it should have taken. But I thought I misplaced something. Okay. Get my hair all entangled. Okay, can you hear me now? Does it sound muffled or what does it sound like? I literally was just here yesterday. Saw that thing. Oh, you're probably going to hear a lot of rustling. Like right now, there's not a mic attached, and it's in the pouch. So there's just going to be a lot of rustling while the phone charges up.
Realize how just like
Because it was already down at like 18, 19%.
So yeah, it's probably gonna rustle a little bit. I suppose for a little while I can hold it in hand while it's charging. So, where are we at? Oh, I guess we'll see. One more staple of California, Erewhon. Which I'm not sure if you're familiar with what that is. Well, for those who don't know, Erewhon is like one of the most expensive groceries imaginable. They are mostly California based, although they did open up a spot in New York in like the last year and a half. Even though New Yorkers didn't really want it, and the CEO is like basically like a billionaire's kid. It says something like, I don't care if they don't really want it, I'm really just about like the vibes, or some kind of California shit like that. But it's the place where you can get the like $18 strawberry. If you've ever heard of that. And yes, I said strawberry, not multiple, not a pound, not a kilogram, a single strawberry. Yes, an $18 strawberry. I think I might be underselling it. It might have been more. I thought, last I heard, I thought it was $18. Because you have money to. And because that's what California people do. Not all of them, but that's what certain California people do. They spend money on dumb shit because they have that money to burn. You might want to look it up. I think it might be more. And last I heard of it was like a couple of years ago. I'm pretty sure the price has increased. It might be amazing. I don't know. Maybe it's amazing relative to like the normal strawberries we get in the States, which are generally underripe, very underripe, because like the entire middle is white. So, yeah, it might be like an actual strawberry that's all red inside, like they're supposed to be. But that's one of the things they're known for, besides just like expensive groceries in general. Looks like we're a little over a mile and a half away from my center, so we should be walking right by it. Oh, it's not in Venice. It might be on Venice. Oh yeah, no, we are gonna walk like right. Well, we'll be walking right by it in the sense that the path we're taking, I can swing around and show it. No, we're not actually going to be walking by it because it'll be across the street. I have seen people say that, and I guess it depends on what you mean by fake food. If you mean like lab grown shit, not entirely. I do know like HEB, for instance, and its subsidiary Central Market in Texas, they sell the hydroponic strawberries, which are pretty much lab grown. But if you mean like fake meat and that kind of stuff, I don't think we're at that point yet. So I guess, yeah, what do you mean by fake food? If you just mean like the quality of food is trash, then yeah, I'll say that. That I would readily agree with. But if you need fake like lab grown shit, I don't know. I don't know about that one yet.
Phenomenal.
Almost back up to 40%.
Yo te hago para confirmar, pero hoy en la noche, a las 8. Ándale. Ok, simplemente.
As this is the main boulevard where it turns from Santa Monica into Venice, since it's pretty much nothing but shops. This will make for a good people watching run. Excuse me. Certainly got my walking in today. should be coming up on Erewhon pretty soon. That's the other one crossing Venice, which is that light. And they didn't even stop for pedestrian. See, Loki kind of scowled at me. You can see that Tesla. That Tesla is where Erewhon is. That's the way back to Venice Beach. This is the way I walked the first day to my run. And there's a nice path behind houses you can walk up over that way in that direction, but I don't have time for that. Oh, there you go. Yeah, there's Erewhon, that brick building. So that's what an $18 strawberry gets you. What's going on, Toxic? I'm in Venice, heading back to my stay. We walked up Venice Beach to Santa Monica Pier, walked the pier and back, and cut through Santa Monica, and now we're back in Venice. And I figured if I was going to show the beach side, I might as well show a little bit of the interior. And couldn't really do like Venice Beach Boardwalk when it was busy, because I check out in like an hour and 10 minutes. and it's a 3.5 mile walk up. So I had to go early just to kind of show. It was like there were still people out there, you just couldn't see the vendors. But still saw people like some of them really early street performers. There was a dude playing Hotel California on Santa Monica. Some of the skaters, a couple rollerbladers and bikers and runners, and some of the surfers were getting out there early too, as well as the sand volleyball people. And now we're back on Washington Boulevard. This means we're really close. So I should still be back there by about a little after 10 o'clock. Oh, that's cool. I'll have time to get a shower. There's actually this like little Chinese food spot like nearby I might go to. It opens at 10:30 though, so actually I know when I can go there. Yeah, this is definitely a street they don't intend you to ever walk on. I do like some of the landscaping. If you can afford to have any yard, that is. On the street before. And the side street should help me pick up some time. since there's no stoplights. Or fewer stoplights. Actually, oh, I know where we are. This is the other side of the bike path that I started on. I actually noticed this time. What's going on, Hegma? Oh, that dude ran all kind of lights. Now this is a nice four-parter, apparently. I'm assuming that was just a random throttle that caused a drop. And at least I more or less saw at that time. Hey, if I had time, I also could have looped over and shown you the circumstances of my location. But effectively what happened was I was leaving Rachel's to walk over to the place I was staying at for the rest of the week. And she offered to give me a ride. And I was like, no, it's only like 0.3, 0.4 miles away. So I was like, it's not that big a deal, but I'm also not going to say no to a ride when I got luggage with me. So we're driving over. She takes a turn too early, so we actually have to loop back. And we're pulling up to the place, and I'm looking at the instructions for how to enter. Then I got in a message when I noticed the address in those instructions are different from the address that's in the profile on booking.com. And I'm like, oh crap, hold on for a minute, let me see what's going on. So I'm trying to figure that out. Sorry. And she's like, oh yeah, you should call him, because she just hopped off of her work computer real quick to give me a ride. So, call the number. This dude answers with a heavy Russian accent. And I'm like, yeah, so I have, what the fuck? Did that bird just fly into another bird? Or into the damn house? Anyways, this dude answers and has a heavy Russian accent. I'm like, hey, I have a reservation. I was going to a place listed in the profile, and then I noticed you sent me a message with a different location. And he's like, yeah, place broke. I sent you new address. And I was like, what? Okay. I just wanted to confirm that, I guess. So it was like this random spot, this random like set of apartments in Venice. You know, like, well, it's not far. It's like, new address is like 0.7 miles away. And we're still in the car, obviously. So she drives me over, and it's like, oh, now it's this place that's technically in Marina, not in Venice, like right next to the water, like a set of towers. That's actually them right there. And I'm in one of the shorter ones on like the fourth floor. I was like, bro, if I was in one of those towers, I could throw something from my room into the water. As it is, my room just overlooks the pool and the jacuzzi, which I also have not had time to take advantage of. And I was like, at first I was like, bro, what the hell? Like, random Russian dude, wrong address, and talking about the place is broke. Like, alright, that doesn't seem like a scam. Get my head from under these trees. Too bad I only have about a 45 to 50-minute break once I get there before I gotta dip back out. Because my feet could probably use a little bit of a rest. This is a nice neighborhood. Excuse me. I see they got the bamboo too. And there was one last thing I wanted to show. Or, excuse me, sorry. So I don't think I've walked past it. No, I am not toxic. I am going to Houston because I have Netherlands and Sweden tomorrow. I'll go back on Sunday. That's when I'll be back in Dallas. Alright, here it is. Here's the last thing I wanted to show. Kinda. This luxury auto leasing lot. I saw like the first night I went to go eat something. I was like, bro, you just got these sitting here? Like, that's crazy. Alright, look at these cars. Aston Martin, McLarens, Bentleys, Porsches, Lamborghini. Your G-Wagons and your Range Rovers. And then just a random car seat. and then dropped again. But yeah, I'm just gonna show the place I'm staying in. So you're not back for long. I just came back long enough to raid.